Hey folks, welcome to the show. Let's review the Colorado Avalanche's gentleman sweep of the Winnipeg Jets in round one of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Coming into this series, people talk about how sometimes, regular season matchups between the teams don't mean much in the playoffs. And I think they do. And looking at Winnipeg beating Colorado 7-0 2 weeks before the playoffs. Kind of like, well, maybe it is important this time. Maybe this time, I think Winnipeg will beat Colorado. And it wouldn't be easy, but I said I think Winnipeg will beat Colorado in round one. And they did in game one, and then didn't after that, which is how a gentleman's sweep works. So, clearly Colorado did their homework on Winnipeg's defense because they just tore them apart. Hellebuck quite virally said that he felt like he was playing the best hockey of his career. And throughout the regular season, I'd agree. And in the postseason, you can look at his numbers and say, no, you weren't. But you shouldn't look at just their numbers, because save percentage and even expected goals against average don't tell everything. Sometimes you got to look at high danger shots, which is something I did put, or just watch the game, even better. Because looking at high danger shots, Colorado had 11 per game. That's a ton. They almost doubled the amount that Winnipeg had. Winnipeg's offense was not good during this series. Winnipeg's defense was dreadful this series. So, yeah, I'm sure Hellebuck was playing the best hockey of his career. No, actually, I was defending him, but I am an Oilers fan, and I still remember when he specifically swept the Oilers. That was the best hockey of his career. So shut up, Connor. But I do think Hellebuck played well. It was just hard to play well when the team in front of you is playing like butt crack. Like, it was bad. After game one, it was bad. Now, Winnipeg had a decent game one. They absolutely destroyed. Actually, I'm pretty sure I have these shots mixed up. I am almost certain. I like this take, so I'm not resetting it. I wrote Winnipeg outshot Colorado 46-23. I'm almost certain it was the other way around. And that's doubled, by the way. That means double the shots. So I'm going to bring it up. And you're going to wait for me, hopefully. So I'm almost there. It's Halo music, by the way. I was right. It is the other way around. Colorado doubled Winnipeg's shot to 46-23, but goaltending was the difference maker. Winnipeg scored 7 goals on their 23 shots, whereas Colorado did score 6 goals, but it took them 46 shots, which is still pretty good for Colorado. It's just 16 saves on 23 shots is abysmal. So it's like, oh, there we go. Georgia's going to blow the series for the Avalanche, just like we all thought, and Hellebuck was going to win it for the Jets, just like we all thought. Winnipeg wins game one at home, 7-6. And then Winnipeg sucked. Just sucked. Brossois got some time in here, but it just sucked. It didn't help. The Winnipeg was terrible. Game two, Colorado shoots Winnipeg. It was closer this time, 32-30, but all the high danger shots helped the Colorado win 5-2. Series is tied, going to Denver, where Colorado once again destroys Winnipeg. This time they outshoot Winnipeg 40-24, win the game 6-2. Game 4. To finish out the little bit there in Denver, Colorado outshoots Winnipeg again, 35-27, and wins in yet another win, their biggest win yet of the series. Well, not yet, it was the biggest win of the series, with a 4-goal win, 5-1. So Colorado, I was going to say a metaphor that's probably not super appropriate, but, well, it is appropriate, it's just not the family's friendliest saying. Colorado destroyed Winnipeg in those 3 games. Absolutely mopped the floor with them. Hellebuck did what he could. Well, I think he could have done better because I've seen what he can do, but he still played quite well. Colorado played amazing. Okay, game 5, you're in Winnipeg, you don't want to hey, we're not frauds. Jets, we're talking about the whole series. We're not frauds. They said after the Game 1 victory that we are not frauds. We took that as fuel. So they go out there and outshoot Colorado 36-32. But they still lost 6-3. They didn't come within 3 goals of the Avalanche in any 4 of their losses. Yeah, they won the first game. Good for them. I think there's a lot of questions for Winnipeg, and when it comes to the questions for Colorado, it's who's going to stop them, who's going to expose Georgiev, who's going to expose this defense, because it's been exposed during the year, but we all know that offenses are stopping. Colorado scored 5.6 goals during the series. They never scored less than 5 goals during that series. This is the Winnipeg team that went months without allowing more than 3 goals. And then they allowed 5 to 6 goals in all 5 of these games. That's unacceptable from Winnipeg. I know it sounds like I'm an angry Jets fan. I'm not. I'm partial to the Avalanche, and I'm mad at the Jets. Part of it is because I had the Jets in my bracket. But, whoa. They say goaltending wins championships. And yeah, I would say so. But maybe offense does now more. Well, I guess offense wins, defense wins. They can all win championships. But when it came to high-flying offense and goaltending, it was high-flying offense. 5.6 goals per game. Oof. Winnipeg did have 3, which is league average. But if you ignore the first game where they scored 7, they scored 8 goals in the last 4 games when they lost. So, in those last 4 games, Colorado averaged 5.5 goals to Winnipeg's 2. That's over doubled. And of course, you can see it. Colorado doubled Winnipeg's goals in all those games, or more. It was just, yeah. Winnipeg got torn apart, and I could talk about it more in these stats. The biggest thing to me, we could look at hits here. This is hits per shot against. Okay, Winnipeg won a lot of faceoffs. You could talk about how Colorado's power play was amazing, 6 for 16. But right here is where I think it shows. Besides the goals part and the fact that Colorado nearly had 40 shots per game, compared to Winnipeg's nearly 30 shots, it's the high danger shots too. 11 is a ton. I would say, from what I've been looking at on the stats, I haven't been looking at high danger shots for years now, so I don't really have a super well-informed opinion, but just looking at other teams and their high danger shots for per game, 10 is a ton. Most teams probably will get around 7, so 6.4 for Winnipeg isn't that bad. Unless you're allowing the 11 per game. It was bad. And if you look online and you see these people who didn't watch Winnipeg and Colorado and say, isn't Hellebuck an idiot for saying he felt like he was playing the best hockey of his career? And then you look in the comment section and no Jets fan is saying, yeah, he did. They're all saying, our defense was bad. So that's the story of the series. Let's talk about Colorado going forward. Colorado will play the winner of Dallas and Vegas Golden Knights. That is today, actually. Colorado is obviously in a very hot mood. Not only is their offense clicking at probably its best rate all year, but their defense is as well, and arguably Georgiev as well. Colorado would appreciate. I think Colorado is looking forward to whichever team will score less on them, and that's up to Jared Bednar and their coaching staff, and onto who do they think they can suppress the most. They were absolutely able to suppress the Winnipeg Jets. There was no game breakers for Winnipeg Jets' offense. I like Kyle Connor, but somebody's got to step up there. Nobody did. Hellebuck was the only guy who stepped up, and you needed him to step up 10 times a period. He couldn't do it. So, yeah, I sound like I'm an angry Jets fan, but I'm not. There's one guy I'm really happy lost. Annoying Jets fan, if you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm sure he's a really nice dude, but I'm sure it's just a character that he's putting on, but it's the most annoying, insufferable character of all time. And every time I was kind of hoping the Jets would win because of my bracket, I was kind of like, you know what? Screw the Jets. Screw you. Can't stand you. Anyways, you know who I'm talking about, but I'm not here to name drop or spread any of that. If you know who I'm talking about, good. Not even better. So, but otherwise, Jets fans are quite chill. For Canadian fans, they're probably the chillest. But outside of that individual. So yeah, Colorado destroys Winnipeg. Where does Winnipeg go from here? They already re-signed Scheifele and Hellebuck, which is fine. Scheifele was their best offensive scorer this year, but 80 points in a league where scoring is up. It's pretty low. Hellebuck is probably going to win the Vezina, so that's going for him. That's going for a good job. Shovel day off. And their coach is being nominated for Jack Adams. They brought back... Winnipeg had a great year until the playoffs started. So... yeah, Jets has kind of been in this situation. Is like, do we want to try again or do we want to retool? It kind of keeps going back and forth, back and forth. There's always something every year where you're like, yeah, this Jets team is really good, and then the playoffs happen. So maybe they should. I guess it's time to retool. In my opinion, we'll see what the GM thinks. Because that's what matters more, is what the GM thinks and what I think. I'm not the GM. But anyways, maybe you're the GM. You can be an armchair GM now, and you can type in the comment section what you think about the series, what Jets should do, how the Avs are going to face up against Vegas or the Dallas Stars. And I hope to see you in that preview video and any of the other videos I do, and you can see those sooner if you subscribe and turn on notifications. And finally, please leave a like on the video. That is a huge help to me and a bonus to my confidence. And I hope to see you whenever I see you next.